Reese. What
Yes.
are we talking about today?
Do you remember the movie Project Grizzly?
I never saw it on purpose. I didn't want
Why
to.
didn't you see it on purpose?
Because there's a scene at the end that's horrifying.
You're
Where,
talking
spoilers.
you're talking about Grizzly Man.
I'm talking about Grizzly Man. What's Project Grizzly?
It's another documentary about a man who built an armor suit that could withstand an attack by a grizzly bear.
Nope, I haven't seen that one. That's new.
Oh, well, you're going to love this. I assume that you know about it. It's on the NFB's website. It's a classic Canadian documentary.
And this time you've done it, eh?
Well, it's taken a while, but like I say, yeah, finally we got there. It's about time.
Yeah, because you and I have talked a couple of other times.
Yes, we have, a couple other times over the years.
But this is the suit.
Yeah, this is the suit. $100,000 later and 7 years research, we finally got to a suit capable of doing what we want with regards to grizzly research.
I don't know if you know this about Canadians, Reese, but not everyone is like chomping at the bit to like just burst out of bed first thing in the morning and start perusing the NFB website.
Well, they should. Their loss. We're nearly over. Isn't the final season of The Boys is nearly over? That's the next thing to do.
Yep.
So there we go. Right, let's get into it because you're going to hear about a man building a suit that would withstand an attack from a bear.
Where's my NFB shirt? I lost my NFB shirt. God
yeah, but you don't deserve one because you don't go on there and watch their films. So.
That's fair.
Let's play the music.
What makes Canada boring?
Have you ever seen the flag? It's a leaf.
£1 million to go to Canada.
Canada is boring. I was actually shocked. I mean, from all the countries they could choose from.
Do you like maple syrup?
No, I don't. These Canadians ain't got a care in the world.
Get my country's name out of your fucking mouth.
I was like, oh, he's in Canada. All right. Okay, you communist.
The country needs you. I'm Canadian.
But don't feel bad for Canada. Believe me, this is their strategy.
I'll tell you another thing. The beer sucks.
Don't run off to Canada. It's so boring there.
Hello and welcome to Canada's Boring. My name is Reese Waters, and with me is Jesse. I'll wear the t-shirt, but I don't really care about it, Harley.
That's
everything's performative. He's got a bumper sticker. He's got the t-shirt. He's got the trucker cap with a mesh back on it. That's very fashionable, and I have maybe 15 of. But ask him to actually put some skin in the game, and he runs away.
I think it'd be very funny to. And I think I've said this before, but I think it'd be very funny to sit in a cafe reading a book called How to Be a Performative Male. I think that would be very funny.
I don't
you don't get that? No, you don't get it. Performative males, they sit in cafes pretending to read really important books in order to attract.
Or to write a novel.
Or to write a novel or something like that. Yeah, like, wearing clothes they wouldn't wear and et cetera, just to attract mates.
I think there's what you're talking about is like posers. You see them at the gym. They're not there to work out. They're there to just socialize and attract. They look at their phones. And all you want to do is just sweat your bollocks off on a treadmill, and they just walk in on a treadmill and they just go, "Why are you paying $40 every 2 weeks? You can walk outside, you tit." But enough about my problems.
Let's talk about a documentary about a grizzly suit, protective suit.
Yeah, so Project Grizzly was a massive. I remember seeing it in the UK when it came out as well, and it was kind of like in it was roughly the time I was in documentary film school, so it was on my kind of in my consciousness because we were watching a lot of documentaries and stuff, and it was just seen as this kind of crazy documentary. I don't think I connected the dots that it was Canadian. I just thought it was just a crazy North American person. But obviously I know now it was it. I just wasn't paying that much attention. The guy who's at the center of the documentary is a person. His name is Troy Hurtubise.
Troy Hurtubise.
Troy Hurtubise, and he was born in Scarborough, Ontario, in 1963. And his is kind of, I think he was always a bit of a character. I think he was always a bit like a larger than life character, and he certainly comes across like that in the documentary. Apparently, and this is again, he's, I wouldn't say he's always the most reliable narrator on his life. There's certain things he says that other people say wasn't necessarily true or he's exaggerated it. But according to him, he burned his house down by creating a science fair type of mini volcano in his bedroom with gasoline and water when he was a kid.
Okay, that's cool. He's one of those kids, right?
Apparently, he left school at grade 9, pursuing a formal education in a conservation program at Sanford Fleming College. But he loved the wilderness, so quite early on in his career, he did a lot of manual labor and outdoor work in wilderness areas, such as like panning for gold in BC when he was 20, and kind of just anything outdoors. He seems very much like very outdoorsy. It seems to be is like a big part of his life is about that. And he ended up living in Northern Ontario when most of this happened. But when he was 20, he unexpectedly encountered a large male grizzly bear that he refers to as the old man in the documentary. And the bear charged him without warning, knocked him to the ground with a blow to the chest. So he pulled out 2 hunting knives and shouted at it, kind of staring at it.
Come at me, bear.
Yeah, that's it. Come at me. I've got double knives. So after a tense pause, like they had a standoff where they just stared at each other. So Troy,
how big are these knives? Not that a bear would know what knives are, I'm sure.
No, but like I don't know, 2 hunting knives. They tend to be about 4 or 5 inches, don't they?
Yeah, okay, hunting knives are pretty big. Yeah.
Yeah. So after a really tense pause, the grizzly slowly retreated back into the forest. And he didn't like get any serious physical injuries, but
he just got knocked down.
Yeah, he kind of knocked him down viciously.
What does that mean? What is a vicious knockdown as opposed to a non-vicious knockdown?
We can fall down slowly.
I mean,
me hip.
Depends on the gravity, Reese.
There's a big difference between going, me hip, and falling down versus a bear charging you and knocking you to the ground.
Yeah, so he got hit. He got struck, but not like no claws or biting or anything like that. All right.
Yeah. So, but this moment totally changed his life. So instilled a mixture of fear and fascination towards grizzly bears.
Okay. So are you telling me, I got to guess where this is going. I have to. So the other movie, Grizzly Man, is about a man who loves grizzlies and wants to protect them and goes and literally lives in the wild with them and becomes part of their family and their friends, and they just kind of get to know him until that goes horribly wrong. But this, I'm guessing, this movie, does he, because I went and looked it up when you said it, just a quick Google, and I saw the cover, and he's wearing this giant suit of armor. And I'm like, is he trying to get revenge?
No, the film you keep the Werner Herzog film you keep referring to, Grizzly Man, was about Timothy Treadwell's like time he spent with them. And then there's that awful scene at the end where Werner Herzog is listening to the audio of the bear killing him.
Yeah.
And they film him listening to watching and listening to it. And every now and again, Werner Herzog is like, "Oh, this is terrible," as I understand it. I'm so glad I didn't show this to you. Like,
so
is that how you remember that movie?
I haven't seen it because of that. I don't want to.
Oh yeah, but
I have a vivid imagination.
You don't see it. You see a German filmmaker, a renowned German filmmaker,
describing what he's listening to.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm okay.
Oh, I will not sleep tonight. Like that. Anyway. If I do is this for my art.
But this one, what's this guy's name?
So this is Troy.
Troy. Troy builds a Troy builds an Iron Man suit to come back and get revenge on the bear that knocked him to the ground.
So no, he basically he had a mixture of fear and fascination towards the bears, and he wanted to like understand them and conserve. There was an element of conservation, but he also wanted to find a way where he could find protection from their power and be able to kind of allow him to have safe, close range observation. So he decided he needed bear resistant armor to do this.
But that means putting himself into a scenario where there are bears to test out his armor. Like he wants to get into a fight with a bear.
That is the subject of the film. It's him.
Is ridiculous.
Now describe it for me, Troy. How big is it?
Oh, well, I'm 5'8", and when I close myself inside the suit, I'm looking at about 7'2". That's the height of it. The weight, 147 pounds, which is relatively light for its protection capabilities, and it's extremely large. I mean, the head itself, the outer head, there's like two chambers to it. The outer head is, you're probably looking at 2 feet by 2 feet by 2 feet.
Him with one of like he's got different Mark armor. So you like Iron Man has the Mark 1, the Mark 2. He has the Ursus armor series that he designs. And the documentary is him trying to get up close to a grizzly to test it.
Why? What is the point of this?
Because
no one's gonna you should see these things. They're huge. This armor
he wants to see them up close. He wants to kind of get up close and just watch them up close and go, oh look, there's a bear. Just go to Banff. There's plenty of tourists who get uncomfortably close to bears.
I've been there. They get really close. They get really But he wants to go up and try to fucking pet them or something.
There's a photo of someone smeared honey on their kid's face, and they're taking photos of the bear licks it off.
Jesus Christ!
Yeah,
I've never seen that.
Some people are so stupid they deserve to die.
Goodbye face, Christ.
Yeah.
Did that?
Not the kids, the parents.
You're right.
Yeah. So after the 1984,
so he wants to get up close.
Yeah,
super close, like within feet or less of a bear. But man, part of me thinks it's not just that. Like, I think he wants revenge. I think he wants to find the bear that knocked him down and get into a tussle. Give him a little
maybe. So the Ursus series of suits.
Ursus. Why did he call them Ursus?
I don't know. What does it mean? Is that I didn't actually look up the meaning of that word. Does it mean something? Tell you now. It's a genus in the bear family.
Oh,
it's basically I think is a Latin term for bear.
All right,
it's creative. Anyway, so the project evolved over a decade. So I think he got to like version 6 or Mark 6. So each time he built a new one, he'd learned lessons from the previous version.
How is he testing them out?
So well, I'll get to those. Something that made the film quite famous. So once the provincial government heard about what he was doing, and the director of wildlife branch for the BC Ministry of Environment and Parks wrote to him saying, when he read about it, basically he was kind of he said, "It is not our intention to allow this to occur. Your reliance on martial arts training is more appropriate on the streets of Vancouver than in the wilds of northern BC."
He's a martial artist. You didn't mention that.
Well, he did martial arts too. Yes.
What martial arts? Bear foo.
Bear foo. Anyway, so the Ursus Mark I was constructed primarily from hockey gear with layered chainmail, and it was unwieldy and required assistance from 2 people to wear it, limiting its practicality. So you can wear the armor close up to a bear, but you need 2 friends who aren't in armor to be there to help you move, which is not ideal.
Right.
So subsequent iterations, such as the Mark 2 to 3, introduced fireproof rubber, titanium plates, and chainmail reinforcements to address vulnerabilities like punctures and impacts. Though early models kind of still suffered from excessive weight and restricted movement, he named each of his homemade prototypes with Roman numerals.
How did he test these? Did he get his friends to run into him with their trucks?
So that was it. They essentially would swing logs into it and things like that.
Just like in A Knight's Tale, right? Which
Like in
came
what?
afterwards. A Knight's Tale came after that. Maybe they got the inspiration from him. In A Knight's Tale, they built him a new type of armor that was lighter but stronger. And by testing it, they swung a giant log into him.
Well, it was pretty much exactly what they did.
I'm focusing on you. I got screws. Oh, jingle, jingle, jingle. Oh, boy. No, uphill is whoa, going to be very, very difficult. Here. The log is going to bump me.
Are you ready, Troy?
I'm ready.
Here it comes. Okay, get on him, guys. Get on him. Get that off. Get it off.
Well, and it was kind of very much they got hit by a 3-ton truck at 50 kilometers an hour.
Jesus. So I was right.
Yeah.
They ran a truck into him. Okay. That's
They would
awesome.
just run a truck into it. And people would like smash baseball bats into him, hit him in the face with planks of wood.
Hit him in the
He'd, like,
face.
swing. Yeah, like wherever he covered his body, he'd throw himself off a cliff. And he'd roll down the cliff.
Hold
They-
on.
like, they
Okay,
had,
so
like, a-
okay, that's different. He rolled down the cliff. He didn't just throw himself
Well, it was-
off
yeah.
of a sheer cliff face. Just a vertical drop.
So
Okay.
So yeah, and there's like loads of scenes of people in like back alleys behind bars just going at him with baseball bats as he stands there in his suit of armor, and it feels like he's gone in and like insulted them, and then like just going, "Okay, let's go have a fight. Let me just put my armor on and like have at me."
This is like the worst superhero ever.
I
Where he
know.
just goes to drunken idiots hanging outside looking for a fight outside bars on the weekends. What did he name himself? Take your aggression out on me, man. That's
Exactly. Yeah. Yeah. So after continuous test, it included visits, hiding within layered refuse at a landfill site with black bears. So there's a scene where he goes to like a landfill and there's black bears scavenging, and he just lies there and he's kind of like hoping to like get up and study them close up, but they all run away because he looks.
He looks, and they're black bears. Black bears are not known for
nature's pussy. That's what they're known as.
Yep.
Yeah. I wouldn't say that if I came face to face with the one that goes through my food waste, but you know, I wouldn't say it to his face. So by the time they filmed Grizzly Man, he was on the Mark 6 armor, and it weighed 147 pounds. It was made of chainmail, galvanized steel, titanium, high-tech plastics, liquid rubber, alongside an onboard camera and airbag system. And it was recognized by the Guinness World Records as the most expensive animal protection suit, and it was estimated to be worth $150,000.
Jesus.
So he looked so scary that apparently it took a 585 kilogram Kodiak took 10 minutes to approach him. And another grizzly didn't want to go anywhere near it.
So hold on. I have a question. How was he able to walk easily in this?
No, it's kind of like a weird kind of gait.
Right. And so that plays into my second question. Grizzlies aren't just hanging out around the outside perimeters of parks, right?
No.
Like just easily accessible. You have to get in there.
Well, that's the thing.
In the how the fuck did he get him in there?
If I recollect it properly, I think they lift it up with a helicopter. Like
Fuck
they
off.
hike up and then a helicopter drops the suit off.
Fuck off. There's not. Are you serious? Where'd they get a helicopter?
I could just borrowed one, maybe. You're very friends with a helicopter, Jesse.
Amazingly, no.
You get some better friends. Anyway.
Right, so they fucking helicoptered him into the middle of the woods where they thought bears would be.
Yeah, and hoping that the bears would come up. And there's lots of scenes of him like there's a bear in the distance and he's hoping the bear will come near and it doesn't. And yeah. But also this suit, I forgot to read this book. The suit had many features, including a solar powered air system, a recording device, compartments for emergency morphine and salt, and a knife and gun holster.
And more emergency morphine and salt?
Yeah.
Why salt?
But you never know when you want fries.
I guess for disinfecting a wound, maybe.
Yeah.
Or if you want fries, yeah. If he manages to kill and fry the bear, yeah, that's what the salt is for, right? Of course. But his main objective, yeah. Get high, eat bear meat. There we go.
Beer and chips.
So delicious bear meat while stoned out of your mind.
Yeah. So, eventually, I think
who's going to stop him?
Yeah. The closest he got was with a bear that was trained by an American animal trainer, and that bear didn't want to come near him. It was like one that they used in movies.
Okay.
So he
had to make himself more attractive to bears as the next iteration, I'm guessing.
No, so he kind of gave up after that. After he tried and the bears weren't interested. The thing is, he tested it, but he never got to test it with a real bear while he was inside it, which I think is probably a blessing. So he won an Ignoble prize.
Well, it's what happened to him with the grizzly knocking him down is rare, right? Like bears aren't known for being aggressively pursuant of humans. It's just not a thing. Like it can happen, sure, now and then, and we hear about those very rare incidents and they frighten us, and so we're like, oh, if this happens, this is what you do. But like it's not like constant source of news coming in like 15 more people died from grizzly attacks last night. It's just not like it's not a thing that happens.
I know, but it happened to him and it was intensely personal.
It happened to him once. So he won the lottery once and he was thinking like, oh, this is going to happen every fucking time I come into the park now. No, of course they're going to avoid him, especially if he looks like a weird fucking scary ass. Who the fuck knows what he looked like, right? They're not going to be like, yum, food and run towards him. They're just,
Of course, because the grizzly bear is nature's dick, as they say. So he won an Ignoble prize, which is an award given to like
Ignoble?
Ignoble prize.
What does that word
and
mean?
it's a like an award for stupid scientific research.
Who gives that out? That's great.
It's an organization that it's to honor achievements that make people laugh and then make them think is the kind of angle of it. It's a kind of a parody of the Nobel Prize, obviously. So, this wasn't the kind of the end of his inventor career, should we say? So he also then went on to create something called fire paste, which was a white paste that, when dry, is flame and heat resistant. And it had a texture similar to clay that kind of dries into a grease. Into a kind of like a ceramic material that resembles concrete. And he said it came from a failed fire test with his armor, the Mark 7, when the metal exoskeleton heated up. And essentially, he claimed that it was like you could put it over your face and then you could blowtorch your face and you'd be okay.
How? Oh, okay. Like how thick are we talking about here?
Like not very thick at all. The temperature was intentionally much hotter than the temperatures reached by the space shuttle on re-entry. A thermometer located between his face and the mask measured no appreciable temperature change below the mask after nearly 10 minutes, and the integrity of the material was not compromised. So apparently he came up with like a paste that would like be very fire resistant.
Wow, all right, that's impressive. That's a pretty cool discovery. I'll give him that.
It is, but I would caution about we do start to get into the realms of quackery.
If you love learning about all of Canada's weird shit and want to support Rhys and Jesse, say hi or learn more, then visit CanadaIsBoring.com. Leave us a voicemail, watch our YouTube videos, connect to their social media accounts, buy our merch, all in one place. That's Canada boring.com. Enjoying this story? Falling in love with Jesse's rants? Concerned Reese is losing his accent? Then help grow Canada is Boring by massaging the algorithm with your beefy pipe fitter hands. Leave us a show review on Apple, an episode comment on Spotify, or leap over to YouTube and subscribe. Every little action means a whole lot to these attention-starved, loud mouths. So please help them continue to live this delusion. Otherwise, Jesse will fall off the rails and Reese will finally crash his Mustang into Halifax Harbor.
This PSA was brought to you by the Canadian Association of Seriously Self-Deluded Podcasters, or CanASP. Visit canadaisboring.com to learn more.
It's very disputed as to how effective or real these things were, because his other invention was known as the angel light. So it was essentially like an X-ray beam that made walls, hands, stealth shielding, and other objects transparent.
It made what happened?
So you claimed if you shone the light on your hand, it would turn transparent. You could see your bones.
This was something you put on your hands that would make it transparent when a light was shone on it?
Like a flashlight that you switch it on and point it at your hand. And you're like, oh, I can see my bones.
Oh, it was a flashlight he invented.
Yeah, it's called the angel light.
So he invented a new spectrum of light. Or discovered,
Apparently.
I should say.
Or something that could make anything. But apparently he claimed that the side effects damaged electronic devices, and he also killed a goldfish. He claimed he could see his own blood vessels and muscle tissue as clearly as if the skin had been pulled back. But the beam caused numbness and he began to feel ill. He claimed to be able to read the license plate on a car in his garage from his workshop and see the road salt on it.
So,
Many experts have discounted his invention and accused him of quackery.
Just gonna say, have other people tried to replicate this?
No.
That's usually the first thing you want to do in a scientific discovery is
Exactly.
replicate it with other scientists.
Yeah, exactly. Everything he learned about armor led to him to create the Trojan armor.
I have to stop and ask, was this guy doing a lot of drugs?
Watch the documentary and decide for yourself.
So they don't straight up say that he does a lot of drugs in the documentary.
No, I wouldn't say. I think he's intense. He's a bit of a character.
Right.
So he came up. Everything he learned about the suit of armor, he thought he could use for police and military to create like an exoskeleton, like a lighter weight exoskeleton. So he came up with the Trojan ballistic suit of armor in early 2007, which was like an exoskeleton that weighed 40 pounds and could withstand bullets from high-powered weapons, including an elephant gun.
Jesus.
So he had a demonstration video where they were just shooting different guns at it, and it doesn't even leave a mark on the ballistic clay underneath.
Holy shit.
And it had like a helmet with fans to like cool you off if you were wearing it, all that kind of stuff.
That's cool. 40 pounds is not bad.
It's not, no. And he claims that the suit could have been, if it was mass produced, that it could have been produced for $2,000. So it could be quite affordable.
Wow. But he didn't, I'm guessing he didn't sell it to anybody.
No. And a lot of people said it was like the Halo suit. That kind of a lot of people called it that. However, by February 2010, he was failing to receive any offers and he was bankrupt from the expense of creating the suit. So he put it up for sale on eBay. You could actually
That's
buy
so interesting. Why? I mean, if it worked the way he said it worked, I wonder why he didn't get any offers. Like, even from the government, military, like even to test it out. Like, we'll buy a few and we'll test them out. You know what I mean? Like, no offers.
guess
That's
so.
a little weird. You know,
It kind of looks insane. I tell you what, how about I share my screen with you, and you can react and then describe it.
I mean, you know,
there you go.
You
Can you see it?
Let me see. He looks like RoboCop.
What am I looking at?
It's kind of fucking badass, actually. Jesus Christ, that's cool. Fuck, man, it looks like an alternative version of RoboCop. He's in, yeah, it's like if RoboCop and Master Chief from Halo
had a baby.
Had a baby, yeah.
Yeah.
I gotta tell you, this is badass looking. There's a spigot on his arm, which is kind of weird. People, you should Google this because I don't know how we can show you. We're not doing video in this one.
It's funny though because it looks like, you know, those like rollerblades in the 90s. It looks like as if like you'd made a suit of armor and it kind of has like a black and silver plasticky look to it.
It's very
cool. You can't see a
very
space.
like steampunkish, like 80s steampunk with like silver and black armor. It's fucking cool.
It's very, and also as well, he's holding two handguns, which I think is like made popular by like the Matrix and stuff. But apparently, it's notoriously a bad idea to hold a handgun in can't aim two guns at the same time.
Oh, interesting.
And they do it in films all the time, but apparently you just miss. So
that's fucking cool. That's awesome.
So
he
went back.
He didn't sell one. That's weird. That tells me that it's probably just bad marketing because you can sell anything if you're good enough at it. You know what I mean? Like
So he decided.
It's like it seems like it looks fucking cool. I'll give him that. That's a cool looking fucking suit. 40 pounds, pretty good for a suit of armor that can withstand literally any bullet. That's impressive, right? So it's got to be the marketing. That has to be the marketing. Not one bite, not one. Yeah, that's marketing. That's just he didn't know how to sell, and that's fair. Not everybody knows how to sell. Yeah.
No, exactly. So and he tried to sell on eBay to recoup some of his money, but it was the bid. Looking at it, there's a screenshot from the Wayback Machine, and it reached $35,100 as the highest bid.
Wow.
But the reserve was never met. And so then he decided
what was he trying to get to?
I'm not sure, but I think he was trying to get to enough to kind of like have a bit more financial security for his family. So obviously that wasn't enough. Instead he had a raffle on the Mission Trojan website where he was trying to raise more money for future prototypes. And a woman in Florida won the raffle and donated the suit straight back to him to allow him to work on his next prototype. However, Troy's life would end suddenly on June the 17th, 2018, when he was traveling on Highway 17 west to North Bay, and his car collided with a transport truck carrying gasoline and sparking an explosion.
Oh my God.
So the truck driver had minor injuries, but his body was discovered inside the burned passenger vehicle, and he left behind a wife and a son. So he was
he burned to death from a gasoline vehicle. It was
just nice.
This guy has an epic life and an epic death, although it's a shitty death, but still epic.
Apparently Quentin Tarantino says like the Project Grizzly is one of his favorite documentaries.
I mean, it seems it's more about it's got to be more about his character rather than the mission itself, because it doesn't seem like he actually because it doesn't seem like he actually succeeded in anything.
And apparently Tarantino at the time said it was one of his top 10 films.
Wow. Maybe I'll have to watch it then.
And The Simpsons also did a parody of it in 2003 because it was like Project Grizzly was like in the pop culture at the time.
Oh, cool.
In season 15, episode 5, called The Fat and the Furriest, Homer builds a similar inspired by this movie bear-proof suit called the Bear Buster 5000. He's humiliated after being attacked by a bear, and he builds that to regain his dignity. So it was kind of like
there you have it, folks. Our show has reached new heights. Now here on Canada is Boring, Reese will read descriptions of old Simpsons episodes for your pleasure. Do you have another one for us, Reese? That was a good one.
The Montreal one. But I just thought you might want to know I was just giving you context. But anyway, so there we go. Epic life, epic death.
Yeah, death is horrifying. Truly, like trapped in a car that he crashed.
I'm just so
burning alive.
Jesus
Christ! It's too bad. Too bad he wasn't wearing a suit.
Well, exactly the irony. You spent all that time building a suit to protect you from like anything, and then yeah,
that's wow. Okay, that was I don't have to go watch this. It's like just a movie. This is just a movie review.
It is. No, it's not. We talked about it. Not all this is in the movie. This is talking about his life. So
okay.
It's just a snapshot of his life as he's testing the armor of the movie. And it's kind of like it's very, I would have described it like a cinema verite kind of fly on the wall approach. There's not a lot of narration. This like is very minimal in like documentaries construction.
It's called a shitty documentary. Reese is the style you're describing.
No, it's a particular style of documentary, Jesse. That's not
right.
It's you've never heard of cinema verite.
I have, yeah. I know what that is.
Oh, there you go. It's the idea is a documentary. It shouldn't have to be overproduced and overconstructed. So you just let the subject matter play out, and then you put the scenes together. That's the style of documentary. If you don't like it, you probably hate the documentary. Tarantino said it was one of his top 10 films, though, Jesse. So
say it for the fourth time. Let me see if it'll really sink in for me.
What, Tarantino?
Yeah. I'll watch it. I'll go watch it. It sounds interesting.
Anyway, Guy, I remember doing a whole semester on cinema verite at documentary film school. That was fun.
A whole semester of shooting or learning about it?
Learning, like theory and watching.
It's literally the style of shooting The Office television series, but no one is acknowledging the camera. That's it. That's cinema verite. Period.
Yeah.
You wasted an entire semester. Well, I could have described it to you in 30 seconds or less.
Yeah, but I mean, whatever.
I guess The Office wasn't around back then so you had to really kind of like, how do you describe how this
exactly. Anyway, let's go to the STDs then.
Okay.
You are now entering the STD zone. Incoming STD. Loading small talk. Enhancing anecdotes. Dick jokes processing. You have reached the small talk dimension zone.
So I've just come back yesterday from a very busy trip to North Bay, Ontario.
Oh yeah, that's right. You texted me at like 5 a.m. Amazingly, I was still awake. You were at an airport, just bored.
I was, yeah. And then it went well, and I got to visit North Bay.
What were you doing? You never really described what you're doing up there.
I can't talk about it yet, but it's for an upcoming project that I'm working on. It'll be out in the fall, and it's a CBC project. But it was fun. I got to meet some really cool people. I got to hang out in like the small museums, the community-run museums there, which is really cool because I love that kind of stuff. You know, I like the history and things.
Mm-hmm.
And I stayed in the Hampton Inn. I had a T-bone steak for $29. That was a high point. And North Bay's nice. And Calendar, I was in Calendar as well. If anyone's in that area, it was good.
So this is all leading up to a secret project. That's exciting.
It's not secret. I just don't think I can talk about it yet. It's just
that's what a secret is.
It'll be less secret.
Define secret for us, Reese.
Well, it's relative to time. So if you ask me if there's secret in the fall, I'd say no, and I'd tell you what it is. It's just yet to be released. So anyway, yeah, but no, it was good.
It's not a secret. I just can't talk about it. Right.
Well,
okay.
I mean, I'll put it this way: it's not intentionally secretive. It's just one of those
things you're not allowed speaking about at this moment in time.
I
right.
just can't talk about it. So
totally not a secret at all.
No.
Very different from Secret. That's good. Thanks for.
It's very different from Secrets. Some secrets are meant to be kept forever, so this doesn't.
This is a time-sensitive secret. All right.
It's a time-sensitive secret. Yeah.
Time release secret. Yeah, I like that. Okay, that's good. In a certain amount of
time. So yeah, how about you, Jesse? What have you been up to? Apart from screaming at a wasp.
Yeah, I don't know if you've heard that, but there was a wasp, and it's a huge wasp.
And I just tried to
guide it out of my kitchen window, and finally, it crawled up onto a little cutting board I had, and then I flicked the cutting board out the window, and the wasp went flying, and then the cutting board snapped in half, and I closed the window. Success. Huzzah. I went dancing the other night, which is something I haven't done in a long time. I was invited by my friend Mark to a blues dance event in Montreal. And it's just a bunch of people who, like, they take classes. It's a weekend thing. It's a whole weekend thing where you take classes in the daytime and then go to, like, you just dance for fun in the evening with what you've learned. And I didn't do the weekend thing. He just invited me. He's like, "Do you want to come?" I'm like, "I came." And blues is fairly forgiving for beginners. It's just a lot of shuffling. It reminds me very heavily of like a high school dance.
I was going to say, if it's dancing, and you'd expect me just to do a lot of shuffling too.
Yeah, shuffling in a circle. I brought a friend of mine, and we had a lot of fun. So I didn't expect to. I did not expect to have a lot of fun, but I did. So
I'm happy you had fun.
Thanks. That's what I was up to. Yeah,
that's good. And did you any more powdered wigs?
No more powdered wigs. Well, no, we did it twice. That's right. We were gonna return the costumes, and our friend Brendan, who organized the whole thing, he called the costume shop. He's like, "Hey, can we have an extension on returning these?" And they're like, "Yeah, sure, whatever." Nobody's biting at the bit to get them from us. So we got together one more time and had drinks and played charades in costume and character. It was great. It was really fun.
Yes. I called you up and joked about you being addicted to powdered wigs. You're just unable to.
The last time I talked about this was I was really not looking forward to the event, and
you were terrified. You were not terrified, but you were just really disinterested.
Yeah, but we had a lot of fun. It was a lot of fun to the point where I was willing to do it a second time. It was just it's just stupid fun. And then you called me up making fun of it, and you wanted to make a you were talking about a documentary called Wiggin', where it's just.
He's wigging again. He's wigging out. He's addicted to his wig. Just Jesse waking up in a pay-by-the-hour motel, certainly by powdered wigs. His family sitting around doing a circle of cheers. Just Jesse, just take the wig off. You're no longer a 17th century French duke. You're a man. Like that. Anyway, it was good. So, if you've enjoyed this,
what did you whisper? Your man's son? Is that what you said? What?
You're not a 17th century French duke. Oh, my son!
You're my son.
There's a dramatic delivery in it. Slightly forced whisper. So anyway,
it's really funny.
I should have followed you around at that dinner party, cinema Verité style.
It's true. Yeah, that would have been fun. Oh my god!
Anybody looks at the camera, I will execute you. Although on The Office, everybody constantly looked at the camera. So, yeah. Well, if you've enjoyed this show, go to canadaisboring.com for merchandise. Support us financially every month. Not as in like we move in with you, as in like $5 for premium content.
Oh, did we get any? Did we talk about that? That someone sent us some feet pics.
We did that last episode.
Did we the last episode? The sheep feet
pics?
Yeah.
Sheep feet, yeah.
Did we get any more? Did we get any more feet pics?
No, we didn't get any more animal feet pics. Sorry, Jesse.
So if you'd like to send Reese some animal feet pics, go to Canada. Send us one at canadaisboring@gmail.com, or is it CanadianPoliticsIsBoring@gmail.com?
Yeah.
Which one? Is it Canadian Politics is Boring? It is. It's CanadianPoliticsIsBoring@gmail.com.
At gmail.com. Yeah, I don't know how to change. I think it worked out a way how to fix it actually, so we can. So yeah.
Okay.
Let me just get
and
on
if you want to send us a little voicemail saying hi, and if you like the show, just go to CanadaIsBoring.com and click on the little microphone icon there, and you can leave us a quick voicemail. We might
Yeah.
plan the show.
We'd love it. So cool. Well, have a wonderful day, everyone, and don't build a suit of armor to stop bears.
That's your advice for our listeners is getting better and better.
If you do, allow an artsy documentary film crew to follow you.
This is great. This is good advice.
Yeah.
This is good stuff. Yeah. Okay.
I'm here for advice if ever you need.
I think we're running out of steam. Let's end it now before it gets.
That was a good time to go. All right, bye, everyone.
Bye. Bye.
A place that's exciting with kryptonite. You may fall asleep with no warning because Canada is boring, boring. Because Canada is boring, boring. Canada is boring, so boring. Canada is so fucking boring, boring, boring. A real cool podcast.